Hello, America. Hello, hello, welcome again to the Ace Attorney. Cursed is now in session for the trial of Mr. Matt Edwards. And it's gonna be hellish this day. This trial will be hellish. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Kamm, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Order! Order! Mr. Von Kamm! What is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must your question and everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. There's no time to waste. I'll call my witness. Right, I call my witness. But this is a witness to the stand. Is that the mysterious bow shop owner? It is. Witness, take your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle, at Gold Lake. And I'm also rent boats. The night of the incident you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yup, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still didn't oh my god. We still haven't heard who this guy old is. Yeah. Is this an objection? Objection! Wait a minute! The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because they didn't ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure, yup. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can recall your say? You say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony, then shall we? Witness. Denial of the murder. It was the night of the 24th just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I ran boats as usual. Then I heard bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness statement. Testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Is it right? What? I'm gonna cross-examine it. Actually... sorry. What are you saying? Of course I cross-examined the witness. Very well, you may begin. What happened? Excuse me, Mr. Von Kamm. 3 minutes? Just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. I don't know why. I thought about saying not to cross-examine. By your window? Yup, my window right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is rather important detail. Please add it to your statement. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Can I press again? You sure? Uh-oh. Dead? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead. He was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. The Edgeworth boy. Why do you collapse? This sounds like a decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Don't come. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. But how quick for its trial is going to be over. Objection! Your Honor, we brought in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from the Edgeworth right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here? Everything this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise another objection. Your Honor, his witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But this word is all we have. If we were telling a lie. Oh my god. Mr. Wright. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Urk. Nick, do we have evidence? It's not good, there's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help! Nick needs you! 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. Oh, did he just fall asleep? Motherfucker. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defender, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Luckily, we just saved. What the hell happened? What was that? Huh? What? Larry? Where did you appear from nowhere? What are you doing here? Listen, you got to listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remember it. Remember what? The gunshot, I heard it too. Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Miss Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something said was different from what I remembered. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murder. A murder. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Larry the boss. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court! Well, it's a total mess. He's not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us a final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He wouldn't make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nicky. He doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceeding, it is our duty to prevent any inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is it? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilt. Oh my god. Saved by the bell. Mr. Von Kamm! Or by the gavel. Well, you know. I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5 minutes recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Okay. That is worrisome. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edward. I've seen worst. Yeah, right, Edward, you sweating bullets! I just wondered what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake at that night? Yes. He said he went to... well, geez, blah. Alright, and he found the balloon on the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edward? Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It is nothing. Mr. Edward, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When you fell into the lake, I went to a daze. I couldn't understand what happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I figured it out without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right, yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Kamm has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witness, perfectly completed evidence. Complete evidence. That's the secret of his success. This is the first time he ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry! What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. Not 10 minutes trial this time. He will make this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything on Larry now. Okay. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December the 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you are our last chance. Last chance! Von Kamm didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edward is right about this being our big break. Witness testimony. The night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Scared, indeed. Well, we can't far. There's no way to go back. To back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. So, if you remember, Larry was there earlier, and we have a picture before midnight. Is that one? What? No, it's not this one. No? Okay. I was so confident it was something like that. So there was a shot before midnight. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, it was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradiction. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Oh, that order. Sorry. I'm just checking, okay? Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lockdart has testified yesterday, and as she heard two bangs. Bang, bang. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Botts, what? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Oh, God fucking damn it, Larry. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Botts, you were listening to the radio? With your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio, everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of us time. I don't accept his witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Well, I guess that's enough. No, I think I've heard enough. This is all too embarrassing. In fact, I think we all heard enough. What are you thinking, Nick? If you stop now, Miss Edgeworth will be found guilty. You have to turn this trial around now. Your Honor? Please, allow me to allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Alrighty, leave it to me. I wonder if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ said, what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your own radio at high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness is saying? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Well, Your Honor, the witness said that he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who said things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Me too, buddy. Me too. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease this pointless question. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ say to us? I sadly agree. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. He's allowed to question only if you've seen some reason why we should care. We should care. The reason why is because he says something important about the time. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine, very well. Mr. Buzz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Well, just when he said, hey, it was almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Well, I guess we present... we present actually. Was this one, right? Was the second photo? No? Damn it. I'm trying to recall. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Kamera was right. I'm not sure how to help us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope, isn't there? The dark will rest until we get to the bottom of what happened. Oh my god. Percent was... What was that? Oh, there it is. Sorry, the timing was all wrong. So Larry heard a shot before 12, so midnight. Larry, are you absolutely sure about what you just said is correct? I see that face, you look scared, dude. Hey, if you are trying to scare me, you better know if I don't scare that easy. Is something that matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. And in the end, almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That will seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. His photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Mr. Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! What does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshot after midnight. However, these witnesses say he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Barnes' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. It's the second picture, right? There it is. 10. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo read December 24, 11:50 p.m. Oh, But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in responses to loud noises. Yes, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was the most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it will seem that is the case. Then where does leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is in fact that the camera also triggered a 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises, yes. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed triggering the camera? Hey, what? My nose was clear that night, man. Clear! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court the evidence if you have any. The gun? Here's my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who testified yesterday heard two gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. That the third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! All of that makes sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, it leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? We're thinking of something quick. Wait a second! Yeah, you got it, guys. You got it, guys! You bloody got it, guys! If our friend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, got it, you must have got it. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ooh. What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh, yeah, of course, I remember. The murderer, in this case, had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I'm just talking so much. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this face safe? Definitely not. Safe? We already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nicky? Your Honor. Yes, Miss Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Miss Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edward himself. Wrong, Von Kamm. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edward who did the shooting. Listen, rookie, take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on out the lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Edward, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Could it have been a suicide? Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. At me, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Well, photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp of the photograph says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edward could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Edward and the murderer. Of course it was Edward and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and meet Edward. What? Are you sure? Yes, Edward won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edward to the lake. Now, Edward didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murder took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make all of it. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murder then. The murderer's name? Right. It is... I don't know. Lord Hard! I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Dun, 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 dun. The murderer is indeed the caretaker of the boat shop. Shoop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out of the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on the boat. What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. The shack, I guess? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing it. You have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then just as he's studying heads for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. The boat shop. The boat shop. Miss Wright, what happened that night on Gold Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to this shop. It was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edward and went out in the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shopkeeper. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both Miss Edward on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would we shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to twice to create a witness, I think. Believed he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot, then sure that anyone who hears the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he jumps off the boat. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that everything else falls into its places. The boat shopkeeper swam back to his shop. Then he put Miss Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gold Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Oh, what a mess, isn't it? Very well, while we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edward, a few questions. Mr. Edward, please take the stand. Mr. Edward, you heard what the defenses had said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright had said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed by Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness had disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. He went for a run. Mr. Boncama, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah, Nick, you did it. Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Kammer didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edward? Mr. Edward? You say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edward! No, there is so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What it is about, Edward. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end the episode right now, right here. I am not sorry about that, so happy dreams. Well, right after having a nightmare that edgy boy had, have a lovely dream. Well, good night and bye-bye. I hope it's night, I don't know. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever time, stamp you want. Well, bye!